Well guys, this is it. We had to clean up the classrooms, so this will be the last read aloud that we do from room 157 this year. We'll be doing the Sneeches today. It is, again, one of my favorite books, but it also has a really good lesson about how just to be kind to other people, even if they're not the same as you. So we're not gonna write anything up on the board, we're not gonna be super fancy today. Today, we're just gonna read a story. The Sneeches and Other Stories by Dr. Seuss. Now the star-bellied Sneeches had bellies with stars. The plain-bellied Sneeches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they were really so small, you might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star-bellied Sneeches would brag, "We're the best kind of Sneech on the beaches." With their snoots in the air, they would sniff, they'd snort. "We'll have nothing to do with the plain-bellied sort." And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. When the star-bellied children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You only could play if your bellies had stars, and the plain-bellied children had none upon theirs. When the star-bellied Sneeches had Frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the plain-bellied Sneeches. They left them out cold, in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year. Then one day, it seems, while the plain-bellied Sneeches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles, I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that, I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come here to help you, I have what you need, and my prices are low, and I work with great speed. My work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine, and he said, "You want stars like a star-bellied Sneech? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside, and the big machine roared, and it clonked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it burped, and it bopped them about, but the thing really worked. When the plain-bellied Sneeches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon theirs. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars from the start, "We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your Frankfurter parties." "Good grief," groaned the ones who had stars at the first. "But we're still the best Sneeches, and they are still the worst. But now, how in the world will we know?" They all frowned. "If which kind is what, or the other way around?" Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who, that's perfectly true. But come with me, friends, do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneeches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 each." "Belly stars are no longer in style," said McBean. "What you need is a trip through my star-off machine. The wondrous contraption will take off your stars. You won't look like Sneeches who have them on theirs." That handy machine, working very precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then with their snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout, "We know who's who, now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneeches are Sneeches without." Then of course those with stars got all frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then of course old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them to his star-off machine. And then of course from then on, as you probably guessed, things really got in to a horrible mess. All the rest of that day on those wild, screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneeches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the plane nor the Starbellies knew which one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up and he went. He laughed as he drove his car up the beach. They will never learn, no, you can't teach a Sneech. But McBean was quite wrong. I'm quite happy to say that the Sneeches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneeches are Sneeches, and no kind of Sneech is the best on the beaches. That day, all the Sneeches forgot about stars, and whether they had one or not, upon theirs. So thanks guys for tuning into our Read Aloud Friday. This was The Sneeches by Dr. Seuss. And I just wanted to say that I really miss you guys, and cleaning out this room was really hard for me because we're not done yet. So please make sure you continue to watch these videos. If you've picked up your bag of stuff from your desk, I snuck some extra packet work in there for you to do over the summer. If you have any questions, please let me know. But just remember that your teachers love you and we miss you, and this is not normal, and it's okay for it to not be normal, and it's okay to talk about it that it's not normal. So if you need help, or if anything is going on, or if you just want to chat, make sure to follow step number 3 from that video, and please keep in touch with us.